So you guys can actually see me or what? Because I'm like lost. Can you guys see me? Like seriously? Savannah Ross, can you actually see me? Oh, okay. I'm sitting here, I just got the software, so I'll have a better streaming going on. Alright, we're up and running, people. So let's see if this one doesn't go all wonky on us. I hope to God not. Please, please, no, no, no. So welcome. This feels weird because I actually can't see myself. But if I go into my encoder, then yeah, I can see myself. I'm just gonna make this guy a little bit smaller. One sec here, guys. I want to. Okay, we're gonna go here, and then we are going to. Oops. Can you guys like hear me and everything sounds okay? Okay, well I guess we'll just kind of swing it then. Yay, no lag! No, I finally figured out how to do it with an encoder that's separate from YouTube. Took me a few tries, but I got her done. Yeah! I'm awesome. I'm just so awesome. I'm fabulous today. I'm feeling good. I am full of energy. Yeah, you think life is going good. Life is great. Alright, so we have that set up. Of course, here's me. I already did the smudge and everything for another channel. What is this now? Okay, not being sent. Okay, so close. Whatever the keyframe means. I don't know what the fuck that means. Playback. Okay. Error. So let's see. Really? Keys are done. No, I'm actually using this software, and it's weird because I'm watching it, and I gotta get it so the chat's there too. Okay, so but if everybody can see me, then that's awesome. I'm happy. I'm very happy. Alright, let's get her done. Let's get started, people. Alright. So that's why I wasn't on last night. I was, you know, taking care of business. Did you have a lot of black in your pocket, Tourmaline? Okay, so you want the career spread. Hang on one sec. I just found a whole bunch of different new spreads that I want to try tonight, so bear with me, okay? We're going to get her done, though. We want a spread for career, right? Well, guess what? We have one of those. And it goes like this. We're going to stand that up there. Career spread. Wow. Okay. So you'd like to know if you're... Okay, so you want to know if you're going to get the interview tomorrow. Okay, so we're going to change that one. We're going to go... Yes or no. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're going to use Focus Tarot. Witchy Tarot. Alright, so yes or no. Let's see what's going on. Alright. So will Savannah get the job tomorrow? Or the job in, what was it? The interview? Oh, if your interview will go good tomorrow. We want to know for Savannah Ross's interview that she's attending tomorrow, what is going to be the outcome? Is there going to be an outcome tomorrow in regards to having a good interview? Alright, so let's see. So we need 4 cards, Spirit. 4 cards, energies. We want to find out what's going on for Savannah in her interview tomorrow for the job that she wants to apply for. Will she get it? Is there anything you can tell us in regards to what we should prepare for? Any information that is, you know, kind of pertinent to the interview tomorrow? Let's see what else is coming forward. Ooh, Let's see what's going on. Let's go and see what's going on. I'm going to take that one. Okay. Let's see here. Oops. Got some cards that are flipped around here. Ah! I don't know why it does that. Okay. Let's see. Oh. You got a lot of information that needs to be said, like messages, as far as that's maybe not related to the job, but I feel that there's a lot of messages that are coming through that you need to be aware of. I'm getting like large amounts of cards dropping. There's definitely energy that needs to have, I guess, kind of like a word or put you on point. Wow. Alright, so what do we have here? What do we have? One more card, Spirit. One card only, please. One card for now, and we'll get to the other messages later on. We just want to know about the interview tomorrow, Spirit. Just want to know about the interview. Nothing more, nothing less. Just the interview. Well, as far as I can see, I see that this is a job that you applied for that has a lot of competition. You know, but you're prepared for it. I know. I'll just move you guys over this way a bit. Oh, I can't do it that way. Okay. But you're definitely going to be starting at a new journey. So could this be job related? You know, you may even have the feeling that you've got a lot of confidence in you right now to be able to handle this interview, which I think is a bonus for you. You're very strong in that field. I don't see a reason why they would say no to you. Is this related to, like, did you have to do schooling for this kind of a job, or is it just, you know, just a common, like, job? That's what I'm kind of wondering, is if you had to do studies to get this level of training in regards to this employment that you've applied for. So I'm just wondering if you know, you're wanting to make sure that your training works in regards to it. It's a common job. Okay. Was just curious because it's showing like studies, like education or training. Then it has a strength. Cool. And I feel that there's a lot of contenders in for the same job, so just be aware of that. You know, make sure that you come across as a strong, confident person that can handle a job. You know, really think over overnight what will be required of the job, like, you know, what they're requesting for an employee, the work skills that you need for this job, excuse me, and just kind of go over them in your head so that you can, you know, if they ask you questions about the job duties, will you be able to perform them, all that kind of stuff. Make sure that you have your answers on point. Let's see, what else is there? You know, because this is a new beginning. Like, maybe it's nothing that maybe it's a new beginning as far as your employment is kind of going along with, right? So yeah, there's a lot of competition in regards to this job. So I think it's going to be, you won't find out tomorrow, possibly. It's sales, okay. But I don't think that they're going to probably call you back for a second interview due to the amount of people that have applied, and everybody's fighting for jobs right now. So I'm feeling that, you know, this is, if you get this is a good opportunity to start a new journey. New experiences are going to come from this, but I think if you just stay strong and confident with yourself, knowing that you have the skills to do it, Where is my, you know, so make sure that you can be creative, like especially when you're dealing with sales. They like to have people that can kind of think on the spot, that can be creative as to bringing in more sales. You know, like that's what I'm seeing here. Which you could be dealing with water. Let's see, water. Why is it showing me air? Air and water. Yeah, so that's what I'm kind of getting for you. Think outside the box, yeah, pretty much. You know, just being creative and being able to promote yourself when you go in there. If they ask you, you know, what is your history in sales, be very detailed as far as what kind of sales that you were doing in the past. You know, experience and allow. The 4 of Wands. Hang on. So I feel that you are gonna move forward with this job. It is a good opportunity, provided that you know you stay on point with what you need to do there. That's what I'm getting for now. Yeah, it's not showing me a lot because there is a lot of competition. So you know it's kind of, you know, if the odds are stacked against you, you're gonna have to like fight harder to get the job. You know what I mean? Depending on how many people actually applied for the position, but it showed me a lot of competition. So make sure that you come across and make sure you hit everything on point. Make sure that you walk in with confidence so that they'll remember you. They'll have that, you know, image burned into their head about you. So make sure you portray yourself just on point. You know, say or do something that would make you memorable within, like, I believe it's the first 30 seconds, and that's just on a general kind of advice level. Air and water is what I was getting, so I don't know what that has to do with anything, but I think it also showed me a relationship, like an offer coming through, but not really coming through. You know, like the fear of you know, you could end up not planning hard enough for this employment. Make sure that you've got it all figured out and all detailed and organized within yourself. You know, and make sure that you've got, like, rehearse your, you know, if you've got questions that are being asked of you, make sure that you have kind of a review. I think you could actually Google this online and actually kind of take like a test interview to see what your reaction would be, what your answers would be, and kind of compare them. Like as taking a mock interview, right? You answer questions and stuff, and it's based kind of on that, you know, how you'll do in an interview. Okay, so that's what I'm wondering. You know, we got the Two of Cups, so that's an air sign. That's Aries energy coming through, but it was in reverse. So fear of the unknown, you know, lack of planning, you know, could end up having something going on for you. So make sure you've got it planned, a game plan within yourself, right, in your situation. So you want one more question. Could that be my ex-boyfriend Andrew? When is his birthday? If his I don't know what his birth date is in regards to it. I think we talked about this last time. We did that reading for you, that extended reading that I did for you last few days ago, on Saturday, I think it was. That one. He's a fire sign with a lot of air in his chart. Well, like I said last time that we spoke on the channel, that it's best that you just kind of let him come to you. You know, he's He's not in the great frame of mind right now. Like, he's feeling overwhelmed, I think, because he's, like it was showing in the last one, that he's got a lot of stuff that he's got to work out within himself for him to be successful at relationships. You know, past incidences or past relationships are really having an effect on him. You know, even though he's kind of like in a stage of denial right now, trying to figure out a way to, you know, kind of pull himself out of the dump, because he's suffering from a little bit of depression, you know what I mean? You know, it's all coming to an end. Like, he's talking about endings, starting a new relationship. As far as time frame, because the finish line's almost there. Like, it's all, you're almost, like, energy wise, you two are almost like across the finish line together, kind of thing. You know, but until he actually looks at himself and actually looks at those relationships to get away from that energy that, you know, could be, you know, a past partner that maybe you're at odds with, might have an effect. But I feel that he's just kind of like in a, not really like overly depressed, but just feeling down on himself, not feeling like he's, you know, man enough for any of this, not feeling man enough to be able to carry a relationship. Everything just keeps falling apart. So maybe he just needs some time to reflect on that, and, you know, you just have to step back kind of into the shadows and allow him to do that, right, is what I'm hearing. With the Ten of Pentacles, endings, so maybe there's a cycle ending out for him. Maybe there's some healing that's finally coming to an end for him. Maybe there's experiences that he's finally being able to look at and reveal and kind of get a better, clearer understanding. Or he could be just, you know, just being an asshole, right? I don't feel that he is. I'm not getting the sensation of it for him to be feeling like that. But you could, is he a Sagittarius at all? Because I'm getting Sagittarius in the sign as well. Yeah, so I see that, you know, there's going to be a lot of, kind of, what do you call that? Not being caddish or catty, I guess, like catty, just being sarcastic to each other. I think that's just kind of the general idea. But, you know, just keep walking, just ignore what she has to say, you know, because she's not really all that bright as far as, you know, being able to think for herself. And I'm not saying that in a bad way, but she is very reliant on him. She doesn't have a lot of social skills, I guess you would say. You know, maybe she's, you know, I don't know what's going on with her, but I see that, you know, if you guys aren't careful, you're going to run into arguments, you know, situations that, you know, is going to cause for a little bit of uneasiness. But I don't think that that's, I think just that chapter is finished with that one. He could be wanting to end the cycle with her. Maybe he's coming to a realization that, you know, she's not the best girlfriend to have. He needs a little space. Maybe she's crowding him, because I don't feel that he's content within that relationship at all. You know, he'd rather be growing old than have to deal with drama kind of energy, and he'd rather just kind of sit on the sidelines and watch it go down. You know what I mean? And that's that ego that's coming out in him again, thinking that he, you know, is all that in a bag of chips. But, you know, if it builds his ego, then so be it, right? Okay, so I have to, I don't even have a person here to be able to be my moderator right now. He's an Aries, can I be on the list? I guess I'm going to have to write my own list. Okay, so I just did Savannah. So you get one question, Savannah. If you want more questions, you have to come back and do it again tomorrow, right? Because there's other people that I need to get to and do readings as well. I think that they will call you back. I think they're either going to call you back or they're going to go for a second round of interviews. You know, once they get, you know, one pool of applicants and kind of like only pick like 30 out of, say, 100 people applied. You know, all 100 are going, but only 30 of them will make the cut into a second interview. You know, make sure you ask if there's a second interview that you have to do, or if the decision is going to be made right away, and they will be able to tell you that right there on the spot. You know, usually when you apply for a job or you go for an interview, usually they have already decided within the first 2 minutes of whether you're going to get the job or not. You know, so all that extra talk is just, you know, trying to kill time, but they usually have their decision made within the first 2 to 3 minutes on average. So that's something that you might want to think about, right? Okay, so who else is starting? Okay, common shares. Outside the box. Okay. Okay, so C. Davis is first. And then we have... and you want to know messages. Okay, messages. So if you guys want the spirit box on, that's another thing that we can do. We can just kind of have it playing in the background while I just get this done. And then we have... Oh, hey, Acacia. Jade, how are you doing? Okay, so Savannah, like I said, I already did that one reading for you a few days ago, so if you want to go and review it and give it some time to, you know, kind of, you know, dissipate the energy. Like I said last time, I wouldn't go out of your way to contact him. Let him, if he wants to talk to you, he'll contact you. And if he's not contacting you, you know, maybe it is because he's got a girlfriend. You know, you don't want to be a homewrecker for relationships either, right? So try to keep your, your nose kind of clean on that one, right? So what if she's in love with him and they're together? Then why are you wanting this person back? Is more or less what I want to know, because I don't feel that he is going to come back. I think it's something that you need to, you know, come to terms with. I'm not too sure. He's, you know, he's giving you all the signs that, you know, he kind of wants to just, you know, leave things as they are, right? Dreamy Rose, I'm on, it's random, you know, like sometimes I do it every day, sometimes I do it like every other day. I don't work Sundays, so if you guys are expecting a stream on Sundays, you won't be getting it. Usually I come on anywhere between 5 and 9 p.m. at night, Pacific Standard Time. That's usually when I come on, so it's later in the evening, because I do work on a line as well, doing readings all day. So, you know, I do have work that's work related that I have to do before that. But if I get time in between, you know, if it's quiet, then I'll just pop on for a quick minute and see how things are going. So, okay, so C. Davis. Okay, so C. Davis, are you wanting to get your reading done now? Spirit, why? Why is it so, it feels very empty tonight? Like, I don't know, the energies are not really, you know, revealing too much. I just gotta warm up. I need my water. Ah, did I bring my water in here? No, we'll have pop. Okay. Alright, so let me see. If you want to ask a question, please stay in chat. Hey, C. Davis, you want to be a moderator for me? I wanted to see who was the first one that was going to take the ball and run with it. I wanted to see who was going to be, you know, initiated, or not initiated, but I can't even say the word. But if you'd like to be the initiative to actually be a moderator, you actually did it. So I was wondering if you wanted to be a moderator for the night. Okay, so I'll put you on after C. Davis, Cherry. But I still want to talk to you about that stuff in regards to, you know, how we can get a game plan going. I appreciate it, C. Davis. That would be awesome. Thank you very much. It makes my job a little bit easier. Then I can focus mostly on the reading instead of having to keep going through chat and find out who's here, who's not. So I have Cherry, and I'm not too sure who else was getting a reading, but you'll have to get in touch with our moderator, which is C. Davis, for the night. Yeah. Okay, so Stephanie Chickman. We'll get to your C. Davis. We're going to do your question for any messages that you need to hear from Spirit. We'll put these ones over here for now. You want the masculine side of things or the feminine side of energy? You have the option, or both. I don't care. I can pull a card from each and get the feminine and masculine side. Ouch. Should I rewrite my question? So then we have Dreamy Rose after Cherry. Okay, where's my... Okay, so I'll let you handle that, C. Davis. It seems to be both. Okay. One of each, please, Spirit. Okay, so we're going to pull. Let's see what we got going on. Oh, gotta have my crystal. Alright. Okay, so start with the masculine side of things. What are the spirit guides? Is that masculine spirit guides need to tell him today for C. Davis? For April 16th, 2019, please, Spirit. What is the messages that his masculine energies would like to share with him? What are the messages for C. Davis? Okay. So 3 cards there. So we've got 3 messages coming through on the masculine side. Let's check the feminine side. Maybe we get cards for, you know, what does C. Davis's feminine energies like to share with him today on April 16th, 2019 for C. Davis, and his female energies want to carry the message. Okay. And 1 more card, Spirit. Oh. We don't want those ones. We only want 1 more. Try to keep it even and balanced. Try to keep it even and balanced. You want to keep the balance within there. So for C. Davis, what is the messages? Well, you definitely have a lot. So we're going to just take a bundle now because that's all that seems to be coming out for you. From the feminine side, they have a lot to say. Like always, we always have, you know, a lot to say as women. Alright, so this one was first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, and the outro. Alright. I don't know who the energy is. Okay, what I'm seeing from the masculine side is, you know, you always rush with things, so it's time to slow down and actually enjoy the experience. You don't have to be rushing anymore, you know, because there's work that still has to be done for understanding what's going on. You can't just take, you know, the easy way and just kind of walk away from everything. You'd have to start facing your kind of like your skeletons in your closet or demons or whatever you want to call that energy. You know, you always, you know, give in, and you just kind of always have a tendency to give up on things because they just don't seem to be working. But give it an opportunity to reveal itself. Not saying that you have to put more energy into it, but walking away isn't an option anymore. So that's what they're wanting you to know. You know, feeling restricted, you don't have to feel that way. You know, things are opening up for you. You know, with the Eight of Swords here, there could be some gossip going on though behind your back. Or I mean, sorry. You could be, you know. Okay, hang on here. Where's that one? You could be dealing with a Gemini energy. I just have to verify the Earth energy. You know, like, you don't have to be so, you're not going to end up being so negative and worrying about things so much anymore. Things are going to actually lighten up for you. The direction that you're headed is going to be a lot more less restricted. But be careful of who you're interacting with. There could be somebody, this could be that the Gemini energy could actually be possibly of assistance to you, or it could be a hindrance to you. You know, with the Eight of Cups, you know, wanting to just leave everything behind and just walking away, like I said, is just, you can't take that option anymore. It's not helping you grow spiritually at all. Then having to go through the challenges, live the challenges, and you know, at least try working at things for yourself. You know, even when it doesn't seem like it's working, you have to find a way to make it work. You can't just walk away. You know, and then the habit of running in to situations, you know, like a house is on fire, so you're like Superman and just want to get going, right? Not what? C. Davis. I'm talking about the masculine energy side of you, not the feminine side. I haven't even gotten to that one. But we can get started on it. Have you recently met someone on a vacation? Because that's what it's kind of showing you, that you might need meeting with another, like a traveler energy. You know, a person that likes to, you know, go and travel. I'm feeling like you're not willing to let go of some things. This energy that, you know, could have come into your life could have been like a Cancer energy, a King of Cups, but wasn't you know, meant to be at that time. But it could come back around for you to be able to experience it. And be very cautious about intermingling with negative energy. It might end up coming forward to you. It might be a very toxic, unhealthy relationship that you might possibly, either you've left or walked away from it, but the feelings are still there on your part, but you know, you're being blocked from going in and entertaining that relationship again, or one like it. There could be like children involved. I feel that okay, hang on, what's going on there? Just being yourself, and try to just be who you are naturally. Like, you don't need to go and you know, go and make yourself into a different person just to make someone, you know, get interested. You know, be the real you. You know, this could be, you know, bringing into more balance for you. As far as your life has been going, it's been kind of chaotic. So now you just kind of have to level out and experience, you know, a little bit more calmer state of things. Keeping yourself calm. You know, fertility and everything is in the cards. So I don't know if there's a pregnancy or children involved, but I feel that there's actually children. So it could be a relationship this person wanted to have with you, but it could have been related to children, or it could be a past relationship and that didn't quite work out. That you guys aren't seeing eye to eye as far as, you know, children involved. But I do feel that there is, you know, there is an energy coming towards you. It could be very well a Leo energy is what I'm saying. Water, you know, you have Cancer and Leo showing up in your cards today. Six of Swords in reverse. Not wanting to let go of this relationship or the feelings for that relationship with the water sign. So it could be Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer that you could be dealing with or had dealings with that you're just not willing to, you know, cut the strings on. You know, like he's a very, very gentle person. He doesn't like to, you know, have drama in his life and everything, which was a good connection. It was just the wrong timing for the situation to be to work out for you guys. But I don't feel that it's totally a lost cause. But I don't feel that it's going to come forward to anything but what you had. But there could be a habit of third parties with this person that, you know, you were connecting with, that you still have feelings for, that you've kind of, you know, forgiven because you want to make the relationship work. Here. Or it could be an Aries sign. Water or Aries? Air. Air, air, air. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 air, 2 water. So Leo, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Aries, Leo, or Sag showing up here. If that helps at all. Right? I should have went last, Hope. I don't have your energy everywhere. So yeah, but I think once that Leo comes onto the scene for you, they're directly headed for you. That Cancer or Scorpio or Pisces is going to become very interested. It's going to rekindle the jealousy, feeling that he hasn't let go either. You know, he's kind of, you know, been on an ego trip with relationships. You know, feeling that he's kind of like untouchable, that he's got a strong foundation, he doesn't have to worry about anything, but it only takes a moment and things can change really quickly, right? Gemini and Aquarius. You mean Aquarius or water? The Aquarius sign. Okay, well, I don't see the Aquarius. I'm only seeing Leo and Cancer right now, or Scorpio, Pisces. There could be marriage in the future with the Leo. This could be, you know, a more committed relationship, not necessarily getting married, but more of a commitment being created with this Leo energy. Is going to want to actually have a committed relationship, which is something that you're looking for as well. You know, it definitely is more of a commitment than what you've had in the past. And he's determined. He's not going to give up without, you know, but he's looking for you. And this Leo, I don't know if you know who you have as a Leo, but I'm not seeing the Gemini show up for you right now. It's not showing up. Is there a Gemini involved in this situation? So endings. Yeah, I definitely see this Leo coming through for you. It's going to help you, bring you through the closing out of this cycle that you have with this Cancer, and it's time to let go. You know, it's time to let everything kind of go and start new. Don't keep going back to the past, because the past needs to be left where it was. But this Leo is going to make more of a commitment than a deeper commitment than what you're used to. He's going to make his offer to you. He could come, let me see, I'm guessing he would be coming in like, it's awfully fast, but it could be the fire energy. 6 of Wands, that fire, Aries. But you got to stop focusing on the past relationships. You got to stop focusing on the relationships that you've had in the past and start focusing towards new experiences, new energy, letting go of the past. Even though your ex doesn't want to let go, that's his problem. He can deal with it, but just be confident with yourself and be able to move in a direction that's more appropriate for you, right? Let's have the 4 of Wands. Yeah, so that's all I'm getting. I'm not really getting a whole lot around it. As far as, you know, other than this Leo is coming forward. And the Cancer or Scorpio or Pisces that you are interested or was in a relationship with is it's gonna get onto their radar, and they're gonna be all of a sudden wanting to know what's going on in your life. You know, not letting go of the fact that you're still kind of like, and I'm just gonna say it like this, property is how the person looked at you, is that you're a piece of property, not really as another human being, and that may be due to the breakup or the reason for leaving. You know, which this Leo that's coming forward will be more of a protector. He's going to want to get more intimate with you on a more spiritual based level, and he's going to actually take your energy and actually make you into a happy person, because I feel right now you're kind of sitting in a slumber. You know, because of the relationships that you keep attracting. But this one could be different if you're focusing your intentions to be good and requesting this person to come through. He will definitely come through if this is the one that you're looking for. You know, it could be, you could have met somebody also at a function, you know, whatever the function is, at a wedding or something, or some kind of function where there's a big gathering of people. And you may have met this Leo at a function. I'm feeling that celebrations are going on, but that third party has really got you stung bad, because that was the reason that you just really didn't want to be part of. Now you're going to be coy with this Leo, though. The Leo's going to come for you. You're going to act hard to get, which is going to make him go harder after you, you know, to get that commitment state from you. So he wants to have a committed relationship with you. You're not sure if you want to. You want to get to know him better. So you're putting your terms in, your terms into the play. You know, you're going to have a lot more requests from relationships for the next little while. But yeah, no. Pisces isn't very revealing about himself at all. He's very closed. That's why I wasn't getting a whole lot reading from him. He's a very closed energy, whatever it may be. Okay, so who are we? Cherry Blossom, are you here? I don't know if you guys can still see me. It's still counting. It's still going, I hope. Yeah. Oh, there's baby girl. I just wanted to update you guys. We had a on Saturday's video that we did when I was having did my live stream Saturday, we did a raffle for guessing the sex and the number of kittens coming out of my female for a 15-minute free reading, and I haven't had a chance to go and see who chose what your guys' guesses were. So I haven't had a chance to go back through that video, but I'm going to have to go through it tonight at one point and come up with, you know, who's the winner for that one. You know, if you ended up being a winner, or you ended up committing or putting your guess into the raffle that day, you will get that 15-minute free reading, so long as you provided the right information on how many kittens and how many boys, how many girls. So if you guessed 3, then yes, you got that right. If you guessed 1 female, we did a pendulum reading on it as well, saying that we weren't going to have any girls. So we didn't have any girls. So we have 3 kittens that were boys, so I don't know if anybody guessed that as far as the raffle on Saturday. But I'll go through it, and I will post it in the comment section below this video as far as who won it. Let's see, I was thinking about having another draw for a 15-minute read for someone here, one of the new, someone that hasn't had a reading done, like an in-depth one. I'm just haven't figured out what kind of draw I want to have, or how I want to pick the person for that free 15-minute read, which is going to be available either through Hangouts or through YouTube, whichever. So we'll have to see in regards to that. What other announcements I totally forgot about. If you are, there's going to be changes in the channel. I'm going to be starting to do photo readings as well. So if you want to submit a photo of a person that's passed on, or somebody that is not in your life anymore, we can do an energy reading on it. You know, or we can get messages from the other side as well. I have mediumship skills when it comes to photos. You know, a lot of the people that I do are on the other side. But you know, if you're interested in, you can submit the picture through the email it to me, and I'll either decide to do it live on the YouTube channel, or if you want just a private one done, you can request that when you submit the photo. But I really want to get into doing photo readings, not just staying with tarot. I want to actually put some more of my skills on my channel. So those are some of the options that are going on. Photo readings, medium channeling, spirit communication, more or less. So if you want to have, if you have a picture of a loved one that's kind of gone to the other side, and you want to see if there's any communication back from them, we can sit and look at it, or if there's some last words that they wanted to say before they transition completely away from being in a spiritual body onto their new path. Yeah. If you need energy clearing, remote viewing, I also do as well, which is a little bit more intensive for me. So that would be, you know, definitely on a day where I have the full day, so I can recuperate after it, because it takes a while to break that connection after you've done a remote viewing, and it's very draining. You know, I've only been able to achieve probably 2 to 3 remote viewings when it comes to the paranormal. It's very draining. So those are other things that are going on, you know, with paranormal stuff. If there's anything else, I'll try to remember. So we'll get on to the next person, which is Cherry. But I see a female calico. You don't have a calico, do you? No, I don't have a calico. I've never had a reading before done once. I've never had a reading done once in my life. Okay, so if you want to be put on the list, feel free. Just let C. Davis know to add you to the list, and we'll move on to Cherry. Yeah, well, that's the other thing. We're going to start talking about more about the spiritual experiences everybody's having, and kind of help everybody with kind of a game plan as to what their next thing is that they're going to be going through, or, you know, help them in a direction that's, you know, helping them grow spiritually, or, you know, to deal with things a little bit easier. So Cherry, was there a question that you had for the cards today? Just one question. We're going to pull out the therapy cards. Spirit guides. Okay, so we'll pull out an angel card and see what's going on there. Let's see what's going on. Maybe there's something, an action card that we can help you with. So the person you're inquiring about is an indigo, meaning a highly sensitive natural born leader. So is this related to a relationship? Is there somebody in your life that is an actual indigo energy? Archangel Raphael, the healing angel, wishes to support you in your healthy healing work. Okay, so I know a little bit of the background for you, though, Cherry. I'm feeling that, you know, you have energies around you right now that are almost like, I wouldn't say like magical, but spiritually magical. You know, like, your guides are actually with you. They've just kind of turned their back a bit, and kind of allowed you to kind of move on your own to see how you're coping, and to kind of get a game plan is what I'm seeing here. Then I also see that, you know, you have the strength and power within you, you know, with all that you're trying to do with that situation that you're going through is revealing itself here. You know, like you have protectors around you. So I'm going to say, let's see what's going on with that. I want to know more, please, Spirit, so she can get through the next little while. Okay, so I see a Gemini energy. So it's actually going to start closing out for you, or it's not that you want to close it, but there has to be kind of a closure to it, so that we can kind of come at a different angle for it. You know, everything that you've tried, you know, is you know, it's helped up until this point. You know, and it's been very difficult for you. Like, you just wish that, you know, sometimes you would be better off dead. And I'm just saying, being honest, that that's how stressful this situation has become for you. You know, and not feeling that you're able to carry and do things, because you just feel so exhausted from it. With your Six of Cups, I do feel that it's twin energy. A Gemini could be of an assistance, or it could be a Gemini energy that's attached to you. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's not demonic. But I do know that they may have attached to your energy, or to a Gemini that you may have come in contact with, that wasn't even a good situation to begin with, that it could have changed energy for you. You know, so that's the one thing you have to be very careful of. Okay. And we got the Hermit in reverse. That's not good. Yeah, you're like a beacon for them. You need to start closing off your channels, and by doing that, you have to actually close your channels, because that's how they're getting in. And if you don't take the time to close those energies out, they will become a very like they did with me. They started coming through way too much, and I didn't understand it at first. My attachments have been, you know, kind of following me around every time I leave them or lose them, or clear them away. They manage to always come back, and I can't explain it. You know, like in photos, there's my photos in particular, I've got angels in the background on one of them. I have in one picture in the dark, in the shadow side, half my pictures are always like black. on one side and not the other, so it's like white and light and dark, trying to find the balance between the two, which is, you know, I'm fine with it, but the average person might not be if they don't understand. Like, I feel that people come into this life and they bring energy from their past lives into this, you know, new energy mingling that they're doing on a physical level, and not being aware of what they've done in their past life. They've forgotten everything, but you gradually get to the understanding of understanding why they're there. But I don't feel that the ones that you're dealing with, Cherry, are really a benefit. I don't feel that, you know, but I don't feel like they would be like literally under attack on you. But I do feel that given the opportunity, they would. And we ought to figure out how to get rid of that dark energy that is around you, and that's, we'll get into that one a little later. But you are going to end up meeting the challenge. Wow. It's going to be a battle, but we're going to, you know, kind of figure out, you know, a path to get through this. Yeah, see, your hopes and your dreams are just being destroyed by this. You're trying to juggle your personal life with this energy. It's caused you a lot of grief. You've been searching for a way out for a very long time, but you can't seem to find any way. It just leads to a dead end. Every time you try to turn a corner, there's another one, or there is, you know, something that's resonating deeper with that energy. Ouch, my hip. But I think once we get this kind of underway and get a, you know, I'm willing to, you know, give you some of my protecting energies to help you through it. Because it's basically, it's turned your life upside down. Trying to find balance and trying to get like a better view on how to deal with things in your life. You know, it's draining your power. It's creating so that you're powerless against it. You know, so that's why we have to, you know, take this journey and get it and fight it and, you know, make sure that we can deal with it. It could be also the energy of someone that has passed that you may have either connected with spiritually, or they connected with you after because they saw the light within you, so they may have attached to you but had a negative life. That could be also the reasons for the feeling of, you know, I'm not seeing like demonic energy, but I'm seeing like, how do you say it? Not dark energy, or dark entities is what I wanted to say. Not demons, but entities that are very dark in their, you know, kind of their portrayal now. In the spirit realm is what I'm kind of seeing here. You know, they don't want to be illuminated. You know, they're kind of unsure as to the existence that they're living in right now. Not so much hell, but, you know, in like purgatory kind of energy. You know, but I feel that there's a lot of death around you, like spirits that have like had like me. It's weird because I see a lot of like trauma energy around you, meaning that, you know, spirits that have gone over and they've like died in a car accident, or, you know what I mean, had a really traumatic kind of leaving of this existence. They've kind of like also attached to you in that sense, to be able to be guided and feel safe. So I teach you how to kind of work with those energies as well. It's actually a lot of fun. It can be a lot of fun, but it can be unnerving for some people if they don't understand it at first. Okay, so don't feel that you're going to be attacked, or that there's just people that have a little bit of a negative life, or, you know, that just want to have their soul healed, you know, because they couldn't do it while they were here, so now they have to kind of find somebody that's able to release that energy for them. So yeah, so Cherry, so Izza and Chris, even though he's alive. So that's what I'm saying. I think that we're gonna get a game plan together, and I'm gonna help you release some of these energies from you, so you lighten your load. But maybe after we do this work, or that we start doing this game plan, you may end up having a change of heart. Is what I'm just gonna say it straight out. You may have a change of heart as far as these energies that you're dealing with. You may have a very big change of heart when you understand it for what it is. Okay. We can get into that another time. We're just going to be doing a couple readings, and then we can talk on Hangouts later in regards to it. For now, though, I want to see what the angels have to say until then, for now. So, you don't eat meat, do you? I don't eat meat. Not red meat. I have, meat once in a while, but try to stay away from the meat, okay, because that's going to lower your energy level too as well. Red meat, when you're doing work like this, it's best to be at your high vibration. So if you're eating like meat and everything and you're wanting to do spiritual work, it's going to be a little bit longer experience, because it's not going to be able to be guided as quickly. It's like it bogs you down, like it's very heavy, so it'll keep you grounded, but at the same point you don't want to be fully grounded, right? What else can I tell you just for now? If you can, do me a favor, Chair. I would like you to email me a photograph of you standing in a room somewhere in your house or whatever. Just send me a picture so I can see what the energy is going on around you as well. Because there may be more energies than that may be a little bit more devious, I would say. Okay, so if you can do that. So next, who's next? Ow, my shoulder's bugging me again today. Why do you guys bug my shoulder? Okay, where's the list? Where is the list? I'm going to turn on the spirit box as well. I want you guys to hear. Maybe you guys will end up hearing through for you. And hopefully streaming here. We're going to turn off, because there's a lot of coming through. I think that you guys need to spend a little bit more time on getting more readings, messages, mail, and you got messages waiting, but you don't check them. It's kind of like, dealing with it on that kind of a level. You have like an inbox that, spiritual inbox, that the messages do get left, and usually I end up pulling them out and be the one that does it. No more Vas. And pronounce that name. Anyway. My question was, I have spirit. Please love that. I'm just waiting to find a Dreamy Rose app. Dreamy Rose, I wanted to get a quick update from my spirit and careers to for what to expect on what's coming in, and any messages from the spirit or spiritual gifts, and if anything good is coming in love ever. Okay, you need to pick one of those. You cannot have like 4 different things that you want to know about. You have to just pick one, because it kind of takes away from other people being able to do it, to have their readings. So pick one thing that you want to know the answer to tonight, and we'll look at that and see what's going on. What's that? Come on, I just got to move the box over here. So this is for Dreamy Rose. What's going on in the career department for Dreamy Rose? I think it's been a while. Can I get the cards? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Where are my I don't know where they are. Okay. So we're going to turn my afterlight box so everybody else can listen to that while you're having your reading done. So I feel like you're on a definite feeling more confident within your skill set, you know, and knowing what your value is, knowing what you have the ability to do and take care of. But your current situation, are you really going in the direction that you want to go in, though, is the question, because I see you coming through a gate into a new kind of, maybe a new field of career, or your current situation is you're just kind of being trapped, or you're kind of feeling stuck in between the two. There's two options possibly coming forward for you, and you're just kind of, you know, taking it lightheartedly, like you're just kind of trying to go with the flow, but you're kind of blocking it, but you're just kind of standing still exactly right now. Everything's kind of flowing, and you're kind of being left in the shadows, kind of thing, if that makes sense. Everything's moving, and you're kind of taking it slowly. Whatever reason, things are coming slowly for you. You know, let's see one thing. I wanted to just double check on something here. Yeah, so it's you're wanting to give it another shot for the career path. You know, like the career path for you has been not a very good solid foundation for you, so maybe you need to take time and just kind of slow down, build a stronger foundation for yourself, work related. That may even include you know, going back and refreshing, you know, maybe even taking a course in this, and paying attention. It could be something that you've worked hard to get to, but it also could mean that you're not putting as much effort forward as you'd like to. You're kind of, you know, burning the candle at the end of both ends of the candle, to get balance and to get some insight. You know, not paying attention to the detail of, you know, the employment that you're seeking, but you're working hard. You have, you know, you have the raven looking over you that brings you messages from spirit. And usually what happens is the raven will end up showing up within your life, or it'll end up, you know, raven or a crow will show up and give you a message. And usually they will show up at a specific thought pattern, or, you know, you might be thinking about, you know, your employment and kind of mulling over your head as to what kind of skills you want to do, and then all of a sudden like a bird will show up and you'll hear like a caw-caw sound, and it'll be like, that's the answer. So when you start tuning into the actual energy around you and seeing how it's laying it out, so be wary of what you're thinking about when you have a spirit animal show up for you, because I do feel that there is spirit animals that are trying to guide you as well, you know, in a better direction. That's looking, you know, stop looking at the past of what you've already done and start looking to the forward as to new experiences that you could be possibly thinking about. But that might be a habit that's unchangeable for you. You know, to get stuck and not feeling like you're good enough. But we do have the Nine of Pentacles, so we got the Bow Chicky Bow Wow card, meaning that you're strong, beautiful, and you know what you want and know how to go get it. You know, whatever means that you need to take to go and find this this new energy that you want to have for employment, or the energy surrounding employment. Sorry. You know, you will end up going and getting what you want. So your career path is very prosperous. You do have, you know, an opportunity. You don't have to feel like you're just waiting for something to happen. There could be opportunities coming in that you're just not making yourself aware of at first. You know, like the days of feeling like, you know, you're constantly in limbo or you're always waiting for something to happen. You don't have to feel that way anymore. Offers are going to be probably coming through in a healthy, prosperous way for you. You know, like the abundance part is definitely there if you want to go and change this thing for. Almost like taking care of someone, like not really a nurse, but you know, you're looking after, whether it be a person or, you know, looking out. Like that's what I'm hearing is the elderly. You know, I don't know if this is something that's an option for you, but maybe to do studies in regards to, you know, creating a better foundation. You know, there might be opportunities that are available that you might even just have to take a quick course for, that you can end up exploring into a new career path. There could be some courses that you can take to change your, you know, your, how do you say, that can change what you want to do in the future. Like you have time now to go and do studies, and you know, it might be night school that you might want to take a course at, that's going to, you know, open up more options for you as far as career and money related. But you will definitely have an increase in your money with the Eight of Pentacles. You know, that's unchangeable. You will know how to make money and be able to make abundance out of it and get it to come in for you. However you do it, don't change it. If you're manifesting money and you're like, yeah, well, I could use like a few extra dollars, and then all of a sudden 4 or 5 days later you get somebody knocking your door saying, oh, hey, do you know, there's money that I owe you and here it is. You know, so bringing the money to you, you do know how to manifest it now. So don't ever change the way that you're manifesting as far as finances are concerned. You know, because you do have the abundance card, so you will definitely be abundant with whatever choice that you do make. But I feel that it takes a lot of coping skills, you know, like the strength part, the infinite strength, spiritually strong and sound. You know, because maybe this job needs, like, you know, like I said, if you're taking care of like elderly people, you know, it takes a lot of how do you say it? You have to sometimes just kind of disconnect and not have that kind of energy going in, because you do get attached to people. You know, you care about people. You're compassionate towards others. So maybe something in that kind of the medical carried kind of energy for work, you know, might be a better suited energy for you, being able to be a healer. Three of Wands, you know, not having to wait for anything to happen after that everything's just going to fall into place for you. Where is my, and then a page, we've got a page here. So you could be dealing, okay, so what do we got here? We've got earth, water, earth, fire, water, or fire, air. So 3 airs, 1 earth. So Aries fire. So Aries, Leo, Sagittarius are the energies that I'm getting, as well as the Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn energies. You know, but that's the energy kind of playing out for you right now, is like the fire, the burn, the get up and the get going kind of energy. That's, you know, it's lighting a fire under your ass to get moving, is what your guides are telling me. Like start moving and start, you know, doing something, being productive at all times, not being, you know, kind of lazy about it. Like, you know, oh, well, I applied for 2 or 3 jobs, you know, when you could apply for, you know, 6 or 7, and really putting your best foot forward in regards to looking for the employment, if it's something that you wish to do, which, you know, is totally your decision, right? It's corporate, but I'm young, so I feel like the environment may have a lot of older people, but you answered my question with the offer. I'm Cap and Aries rising. Okay, so this is definitely your reading, because that's what I got was Aries. A lot of Aries and Earth, air, Earth, right? So, you know, Yeah, just keep moving in that direction. Just put more effort into it. Put your best foot forward. Be very vigilant as to the employment that you're looking for, like that job there. If it's something that you really want, that's your dream job. I don't see why, but make sure into it. I mean, like it's going to require a lot of more effort than what you're used to in the past. Okay, so so Stephanie, I want to know about my ex-Taurus. I broke up with him because I found out he was bi. Even though we ended good terms, he blocked me and then started dating a female again. Why hasn't he tried to kind of... Well, I think that you kind of answered your own question in that one. You want to contact you if he's in another relationship. He's being loyal to that person. You know, regardless whether you end up in good terms, maybe the focus is not on you anymore, and I think maybe you're having a hard time dealing with that because the connection that you did have is now, it's been separated, and having to go through separation anxiety and feeling, you know, like you're alone again, but you're not alone. You're at a stage of healing right now, and for you to bring in, you know, positive things into your life and focus on, you know, moving forward, because he's moved forward, apparently. That is apparent. You know, and it's unfortunate, but if you guys can remain friends, then, you know, take what you can get from that relationship or the experience. But as far as if he's in a relationship, maybe he doesn't want to contact you, maybe, you know, he's moved on and he just, you know, it's like you know, even though you're friends, that doesn't mean that you talk time. Maybe he just wants to keep it that way. You know, he is your ex, he's in a new relationship. Maybe he wants to see how that goes without anybody interfering. Maybe he's in a new, different style of, you know, relationship. Maybe he's with somebody else. You know, you don't know what he's trying to maybe work through and try to figure out where he stands in his own personal values and his personal views. You know what I mean? Right? So that's just going without cards. I'm doing it without cards intuitively. But not to give up on you know, finding something that's better for you, something that you should be very grateful that, you know, the lesson that you learned from it. If there was meant to be a lesson, you guys ended up on good terms, so it was probably like amicable, right? So you get to move and just take on new challenges, you know, and that's the thing stuff. And that part, you just can't at all extend it the last to get the that energy. If you and he probably kind of, I don't know, spoiled with, maybe change the ways with people, right? So I can give you, right? All the best. Ears are cold. Why are they not most of the time? Take what you learn as terms the friendship, right? Showing me that don't move in my spirit. Live with the what they have for you guys. Makes sense. So So what I'll do is that one, and then you guys can clear box. Hang on. Oh shit. Oh fuck. Oh, that did come up under there. One sec, guys. And all the way to the other side. Hang on, hang on, hang on. Hey, babies. I have to get my water. My water rolled away. Okay. It is warm in my room. Really, really warm. Okay, so we'll turn on the afterlight box. Okay. Okay. Let's see if I can get this one to work on this one. Switch service. Okay. Yeah, I can't get it to work. Okay, so next is Bella Madison for reading. Darn it. Because if I put the afterlight box on, then it slows down the feed because it's using services on my actual computer, which kind of sucks. But if you guys end up putting it back, like not actually being right on the live, put it back like, you know, 10 or 15 seconds previous, you know, kind of going away from the actual live, maybe it'll work better. I don't know, we can try. Here, speed normal. So we'll try to figure that out, I guess. Configuration videos. Oh, you know what I did, you guys? I set my frame rates different on them, and I should not have. That's probably why it's happening. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start a new stream because it keeps coming up and it's slowing it down on my side here. Let me see if I can switch it off into. Can I 7? Okay, let's see if that helps at all here. One sec. I'll try to refresh it and see what happens.